When I first noticed my wife growing closer to her fitness trainer, I tried not to overthink it. She had joined the gym to stay active, and I encouraged her. But soon, her conversations at home revolved only around him, his methods, his advice, and his constant compliments. I stayed patient, hoping it was just a phase. But when I finally saw them together outside the gym, laughing too closely, I knew it was more than just training. One evening, I confronted her calmly. Anything. Instead, she brushed me off, saying I was too busy with work and that he understood her better. The sting of betrayal cut deep, but I didn't want to lose my dignity by begging her to stop. Still, I never expected the trainer himself to show up at my workplace a few days later, smirking as if he had already won. He walked into my office, casually leaning against my desk. "She deserves a real man," he said boldly. "You're not enough for her." His words struck me like a knife. A moment I was silent, torn between rage and disbelief. But then I looked at him and realized he thrived on intimidation. He wanted to break me. Instead of reacting with anger, I simply smiled. "Is that what she told you?" I asked. My calmness seemed to annoy him. He expected me to lash out, to lose control. But I had no intention of giving him that satisfaction. Knew if I handled this right, I could turn the tables completely. I began quietly gathering information. Through a few connections, I learned the trainer wasn't exactly clean. He had been involved in shady deals, using his position to exploit clients, especially women, for money and personal favors. There were complaints against him that the gym had ignored for fear of bad publicity. This was exactly the leverage I needed. The next time he tried to provoke me, I invited him for a man-to-man talk at a cafe. He arrived confident, sure that he had humiliated me enough to make me crumble. He leaned back, grinning, and repeated his insult. "Face it, you'll never be enough for her." That's when I placed a folder in front of him, evidence of his wrongdoings. His smirk faded instantly as he flipped through the documents. "Where did you get this?" he stammered. I leaned forward and said, "You thought you could bully me, but you forgot one thing. I don't fight with fists. I fight with truth." I warned him that unless he disappeared from our lives immediately, these files would reach both the gym management and the authorities. For the first time, I saw fear in his eyes. He tried to negotiate, tried to threaten me back, but the ground under him had already collapsed. He realized I wasn't the weak man he thought I was. Within a week, he quietly resigned from the gym and vanished from the city. My wife never heard from him again. As for her, the shock of watching her perfect man crumble made her question everything. She tried to repair things with me, apologizing, saying she had been blinded. But betrayal leaves scars. I couldn't just pretend nothing had happened. I told her that respect and loyalty were non-negotiable in marriage, and she had thrown both away. We separated not long after. It wasn't an easy decision, but it was the right one. I realized that sometimes revenge isn't about fists or shouting. It's about standing tall, keeping your dignity, and making your enemies choke on their arrogance. The trainer had mocked me, thinking I was not man enough. But in the end, I proved that being a man isn't about muscles or intimidation. It's about strength of character, intelligence, and the courage to fight back with honor. That was the lesson both of them learned the hard way. I may have been quiet, but I was never weak. I made them both regret underestimating me.